Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with a little guide, or more like a little update to the magic find guide that I've done. And if you want to see the full guide, you gotta go to the description and check it out. This is just a small update because there was a few changes in the Crystal Combat update that I want to go over here. So if you want to go over like allies and dragons and stuff like that, where I get the most of the magic find from, you gotta go to the description and check that video out. But this is just a small update to that magic find guide, and the update is in the weapons and the face. So weapons can now roll magic find, and it rolls with 143 magic find. And keep this in mind that it is a level 3 bow, but it's not upgraded the 5 steps that it can. As you can see, it has no stars on it. You can see that it's fully pearled, so with fully pearled, it's 143 magic find, and the same thing with the face. Do keep in mind that the stats is not what it's supposed to be, besides the two last one, right? But you can now get magic find on your weapon and face, and the same thing, of course, with your hat is still the same thing. So if you go check out the other full guide that I've done with kind of magic find you can get from whatever. Basically, it's just that you have to keep in mind that weapons in generally and faces can now roll with magic find. So keep that in mind when you do watch the other guide. A small update as well to my ring. I did get a level 5 ring. If you see the video, it's a level 2 ring and it has 110 magic find. This has 111, so it wasn't that big of an upgrade, but it's still one magic find, right? But the main part is, of course, the magic find on the weapon and on the face as well. So I'm just gonna quickly show you. It's 3,165. I have gotten a few other dragons, and this of course is without magic find. It's without patron, as I have right now. All right, before we end the video, I do want to talk about how magic find works on crystal gear in the Crystal Combat update. So magic find does not directly work on crystal gear. It works the same as it always has on stellar gear. There's nothing changed there. And it's pretty simple with stellar gear. The more magic find you have, the more stellars you are going to find. The same kind of works with crystal gear. But as we know, U8 can drop only crystal 1 gear. U9 can drop crystal 1 gear and crystal 2 gear. And of course, U10 can drop 1, 2, and 3 crystal gear. Levels, right? And it cannot be upgraded from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 3, basically. So if you want crystal 3 gear, you have to farm in U10. And we're talking about, of course, about GU topside here, right? The point is that it works, magic find works in an indirect way on it, in the same way of if you're farming U10, for example, magic find does not have any influence of you finding a crystal 3 item. But it does in an indirect way, in the way of how you more things that drop, right? I kind of explain it to people when they are on stream, when I talk to them, say like, if you drop one, if you have an item that drops 1 crystal items for you per hour, but then you have enough magic find later on that there's gonna start dropping 2 crystal items an hour, you basically double your chance of having it to be crystal 3. So basically magic find has nothing to do, or have no influence of making it crystal 1, crystal 2, or crystal 3. But the more crystal items that drop for you, there's again gonna be a bigger chance of you being crystal 3. So the more magic find you have, the more crystal items it's gonna drop for you, and there's a bigger chance in that way of you getting 3. But it's not like, oh, I have super high magic find, like I have like 6,000 magic find, for example. I'm just gonna get crystal 3 gear going in all the time. That's not how it works. It's still RNG if you're gonna get 1, 2, or 3, if you're farming U10, that is. Again, if you're farming U8 or 9, you're not able to get crystal 3 gear, like I just said in the previous. So magic find is really still have an effect, because of course you want as many crystal items to drop, so there's a bigger chance of it being crystal 3. But you're gonna it's all RNG, so if you have magic find enough that 1 crystal item is going to drop for you, and you're farming U10, it can have as the first chance to be level 3. I've farmed for 2 weeks. I've farmed for a Crystal 3 staff, and I got one today. I was very, very lucky, I feel, because I've been farming for 2 weeks and haven't seen a Crystal 3 staff drop at all. So it's all RNG, and you just have to take it to the geode, basically, right? Anyways, that was just, I wanted to explain a little bit about how it worked in the end as well. So I made the video a little bit longer. This was recorded afterwards. That's why the screen has basically been standing still, but I wanted to explain it as well to you guys, so you also had an idea of how it works, the Magic Find on Crystal Gear, because it's a little bit different than the Stellarite. But let's wrap up this video, and I'll take you back to Pastor Who. Thank you guys so much, and on to you, back to you. This was just a small update to the Magic Find guide. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and again, check out the description for the full guide where I go over everything there is with Magic Find. And thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!